Hey guys, so welcome to day two of a chapter a day. I just got done filming a tutorial, which is why I am wearing this much makeup. Um, anyway, so let's just jump right into it. Today I read up to chapter four, up to chapter five. So I did chapters three and four. And before I begin, let me just say that there is a lot that they don't tell you in Sunday school. Let's just put it that way, right? So, chapter 3 speaks to the temptation and fall of man, which is when the serpent came to Eve and deceived her into eating of the tree of life and death. Now, in Sunday school they tell you, oh, Eve went and she ate the apple from the tree, and then she realized that she was naked and she was hiding from God and all of that. But what they fail to explain to you, and I'm referring to Sunday school because I never really studied Genesis. I never really studied the old chapters, to be very Old Testament. I'm sorry, to be very honest, because I don't know, I just didn't. So this is why I'm referring back to Sunday school, because this is where I first heard about the whole creation story and Adam and Eve, etc., etc. So what they fail to tell you is that, yes, they tell you that they said that God told Eve not to eat it because she's going to die. But what they fail to explain to you, even when you get old and are old enough to understand, is that obviously Eve didn't die immediately, but eating of the tree of life and death, it's not only did it start sin, but also it is the reason why we die. Till you return to the ground. Oh, let me start from the beginning. In the sweat of your face shall eat bread. I'm sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. Till you return to the ground, for out of the ground you were taken, for dust you are, and to dust you shall return. Right here is where God basically said, you ate of the tree of life and death, and therefore you are going to die. In other words, had they not eaten of the tree, we probably would live forever in the presence of God. So yeah, they didn't really explain that to you. So I just thought that I'd just throw that out there. One thing that I found quite funny was how Adam instantly threw the blame at Eve and said, "Oh, the woman that you gave to me, she gave me this. She gave me the apple to eat. So don't look at me. It's her fault." He immediately pointed blame in verse 12. So that's chapter 3, verse 12. And then basically after that, God basically just reeled off all the different consequences of eating of the tree of life and death, which was sin. So sin, one, caused hurtful childbearing, which is in verse 16, chapter 3, verse 16. And then the fact that we have to work for the rest of our lives in order to eat and in order to live comfortably, that was stated in chapter 3, verse 17. And then the whole death thing came up in verse 19. Yeah, there's something I jotted down here that says God merits good and hard work. Chapter 4, verse 5, where where it says, "But he did not respect Cain for his offering, and Cain was very angry, and his countenance fell. So the Lord said to Cain, Why are you angry? Why has your countenance fallen? If you do well, will you not be accepted? Will you not be accepted? And if you do not do well, sin lies at your door, and its desire is for you, but you shall rule over it." You need to do better than you're doing now. I mean, you can't just give me some so offering and expect to get the same kind of blessing that your brother is going to get. How is that fair? And because of that, obviously Cain was he was angry. And then I like the verse where he says, if you do well, you will be accepted. If you do well, will you not be accepted? And if you don't do well, sin lies at your door, and its desire is for you, but you shall rule over it. So he's saying, okay, even if you don't do well, sin is right there. Like there, if you don't do well, there are ways that you're going to want to sin, to blow off steam, basically, because you didn't get what you expected to get, or you didn't do as well as you thought you should have, or the person who is meriting your work didn't see the way that you saw it, and so automatically you're going to want to lash out. But it is for you to overcome that kind of retaliation, that thing inside of you that makes you want to retaliate. It is for you to overcome it and just to do better next time. And that's basically what God was saying to Cain. Cain didn't see it that way, and so further down it said, "Now Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother and killed him." So Cain was jealous of Abel, and for that he killed him. So this was the same thing that God was talking about. Sin is right there. You want to kill him because he did better than you, but it is for you to rise up above it. It is for you to look past it and say, okay, I'm going to just do better next time. And instead, no, he decided that he was going to kill him brother. I just wrote this down for fun. Cain is quite, he was very, how do I put this? He was quite out of order. Because when God realized that Cain had killed Abel, and God asked Cain, "Where's your brother?" Cain answered, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" Like, hello, please. Anyways, as you can tell, I'm having fun reading this. It's like a good story. And then in chapter 4, verse 14 and 15 was where we were casted out of the presence of God. And Cain said, "Surely you have driven me out this day from the face of the ground, and I shall be hidden from your face, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond on the earth," which is where, as I had said, where we were separated from God. It will happen that anyone who finds me will kill me. So right here, Cain was saying that, basically he was saying that I don't deserve to live. So anybody that finds me will kill me. But then God stepped in right there and he says, "Therefore, whoever kills Cain, vengeance shall be taken upon him sevenfold." So God is saying, no, we're not going to do the murder thing again. So anybody who is brave enough to come and murder this man, vengeance should be yours sevenfold. If you read verse 16 to verse 23, you realize what everybody has been so confused about the whole, Adam and Eve didn't have children, didn't have daughters, so how did Cain get a wife, and blah blah blah. There were other people in Eden. It's just that Moses focused on Adam and Eve and his family, because not only were they the first ones on earth. Adam was the first one to commit sin. Adam and Eve were the first ones to commit sin. Cain was the first one to murder. So it's not that there weren't other people in Eden. And as I had said, Eden to me sounded like the entire earth. There's something more confirmation that Eden refers to earth itself is verse 16, chapter 4, verse 16. "Then Cain went out from the presence of the Lord to dwell in the land of Nod, on the east of Eden." Right. So that is east of earth in my interpretation. And then it came down, and I found this. I was just like, wow, people are disgusting. That's the only word I can think of it. Where if Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech 77fold. Okay. Who was talking here? "Then Lamech said to his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice. Wives of Lamech, listen to my speech. For I have killed a man for wounding me." I think this is where he's admitting to murdering Cain. And he's realized that vengeance is now upon him sevenfold. "Even a young man for hurting me." So he killed two people. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, then Lamech then Lamech 77-fold. So he's saying, you know what? Cain killed his brother, and the curse is now upon me for sevenfold. So you know what? Anybody who kills me, it is going to be upon you 77-fold. So not only is he trying to justify the fact that he murdered somebody, but he's also putting blame on the next person to kill him. And I don't think it's also the fact that he's sorry for killing Cain. I think it's just the fact that, you know what, I have to deal with this, so if you kill me, you're gonna have to deal with it 70 times worse than I had to deal with it. Oh boy. Anyways, so that is basically where there's chapter 25 and 26 where it says that Adam and Eve knew. First of all, I did not even know that Adam and Eve had another son. They did not teach me this any at all. Nobody told me this, that Adam and Eve had another son. And so Adam is celebrating for the fact that he has another son called Seth. And yeah, because he's basically saying that God gave him Seth in Abel's place as a replacement. But yeah, so Adam and Eve actually had 3 children. I didn't know that. Anyways, guys, so that's it for a chapter a day. Again, today I did 2 chapters. If you have any interpretations, that anything that I need to clear up, or anything that you can clear up better than I did, please go ahead and leave a comment or a video response. I will approve it as soon as I see it. And keep studying. Google stuff that you don't know if you can use that as well, and give me some feedback on what you have learned and if this is interesting to you. So I will talk to you guys in my next video, where I'll be doing chapters 5 and 6 and possibly chapter 7. I'll talk to you guys later. God bless. Bye.